Switching gears now to Group E, we've got, of course, Morocco kicking off their World Cup campaign up against last time's finalists. That's right, Croatia. Who will get off to a flyer? Who will get off to a stinker? We've got all the details coming at you next. That's right, folks. I'm going to know with a 5-minute preview. Looking forward to Morocco up against Croatia over a Group E. And we'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button back to all things Croatia related, Morocco related, World Cup related. We're all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, my 5-minute preview about this match begins now. Of course, but a big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. But anyway, let's take a look at these two nations as they gear up for their campaign in Qatar. Of course, the do lock horns on the 23rd of November. Of course, on the El Bayt Stadium. Of course, Morocco coming into this up against, of course, Zlatan Dalic's boys. Let's take a look at the hosts, though. Of course, the team dubbed as host, that is Morocco. They qualified in the African Federation third round as one of the winners. 29th of March 2022, they secured their deal. This is the sixth tournament in the past. 2018 was their last, so it makes a streak of just two in succession. They didn't make it to the round of 16 back in 1986. Walid Vazagharagri might be a manager. Correct me on that one if I'm wrong. Yusuf En-Nesri for me is the VIP. For them to qualify is 2-1 and 201 to go the distance and lift the trophy. Those odds may have or may not have drifted away. Of course, taking into the account their recent form, pick up a 0-0 draw against Paraguay, but prior to that, a big 2-0 win over Chile. In fact, they've gone on a 4-game clean sheet streak, and of course, an unbeaten run in quite a long one. The last defeat was against the United States back in June 2022. Take a look at the group then in all its glory. It's actually in Group F. Did I say Group E? I meant Group F, but of course, it is Belgium, Canada, alongside Morocco and Croatia, of course. But of course, Morocco will take on Croatia first, then they'll take on the Belgians, and then they'll wrap up the streak against Canada, of course. So let's take a quick look at, of course, the squad there. We've got the likes of Bono between the sticks, not that one, but this one. We've got Hakimi, he's back in the Moroccan squad, of course, from PSG. They've got Mazraoui from Bayern München as well, Naif Agarad as well from West Ham, some good names in there. Into midfield, we've got Hakim Ziyech as well, coming from Chelsea. Ilish Chev from QPR, and of course up top likes of Anna Sazuri, of course, from Burnley, and Yusuf En-Nesri, which we've talked about already. However, my squad for this match looks like this. Bono between sticks, Aguad, Roman Sass, Yannick, of course, Hakimi on the right, Alika Ayala on the left, Ilish Che, Arabat, Amaya and En-Nesri and Ziyech up top. A spicy looking team on paper, but up against these guys, can they stand against them? Of course, it's Croatia, who of course will play in Group 8, or they qualified as Group H winners back on the 14th of November 2021. So the sixth tournament in the past. Last time around was in 2018. It's talking about 3 streaks in a row. Runner-up in 2018, Zlatan Dalic is your man. Luka Modric, the VIP, 7-4 to qualify, 50-1 to go the distance and lift the bling. This is their recent run of events. Of course, they did beat Austria, of course, in the Nations League, also beating Denmark. They've actually also got wins over France and, of course, I think they actually topped the group to progress to a later stage. Of course, Group F, like I said before, has this resume. They did take on Saudi Arabia most recently, but of course, after this match against Morocco, they'll take on Canada and then wrap it up with a zinger. So take a look at the squad then of Croatia. Of course, we've got a couple of good goalkeepers to choose from. Dominik Limakovic will probably be your man. Into midfield, to defence, we've got Stanisic from Bayern. Of course, we've also got Borna Sosa from Stuttgart, to name but a couple. Into midfield, we've got Perisic, of course, Kovacic, Modric, Brozovic. It's a who's who in midfield. And then, of course, kicking off forward into the attacking lines, we've got Kadimic and Bokovic as well from Dinamo Zagreb. But this is my lineup for you for this opening game against Morocco. We've got Likovic between the sticks, we've got Barisic, Govardol, Lovren, Stanisic as well, with Modric, Kovacic and Brozovic in midfield. Perisic on the left, Vlasic on the right, Kadimic down the middle. What do you think about? Meanwhile, this is my starting lineup for you for Croatia. Of course, we've got Likovic between the sticks, Barisic, of course, Gardavol, Liverin, Stanisic, of course, with Modric, Brozovic, Kovacic in midfield. Perisic on the left, Vlasic on the right, and Kadimic down your throat. But let's take a look at, of course, the match then. Now, these two sides are going to play each other according to my eyes, so it'll be the first occasion in recent times anyway. But Morocco coming into unbeaten in the last 75% form for them right now. And against Croatia side, also 75% form for them, unbeaten as well. But what about the prediction then for this game as these two sides lock horns in their opening match in Group F? Of course, for me, Croatia got a point to prove, to be honest. Maybe despite coming into us on, of course, the back of the final last time around. Are they still the real deal? Are they contenders to go to the last 8 and beyond? We'll see about that. But I did put a vote out there, and of course 80% of you did go in favour of Croatia, with 13% backing Morocco and 7% the draw. But for me, I'm also going with a crowd here on this. We're going to go with a 2-0 win for Croatia to set up a nice, great start for them, of course, put them in the mix to not only qualify, but of course maybe even win this group. That, my friends, is all I've got for today for you on this 5-minute preview. Looking forward to Morocco against Croatia. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the match down below. And of course, don't forget, we've got non-stop content right around Blackburn Overseas. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell. We'll go again, of course, and we'll keep an eye on this game with the watch along as well when it comes around.